Hey guys, Kevin, Muddy River Tactical. Thank you for joining me. We just got back from Las Vegas for the SHOT Show 2024. We had a great time, got to see a lot of new things, a lot of things hitting the market, and we were able to get our hands on a CZ Shadow 2 Compact from CZ USA. I've always been a fan of CZ products all along. They've just been really hard to get. These Shadow 2 compacts have been out for a little while now, but we just haven't been able to get one because of the demand for them. So we got one, so we're going to take it, shoot a few rounds through it, and give you our initial thoughts and impressions, and compare it to the original Shadow and see what we like and what we don't like. All right, so the week before we left for the SHOT Show, we were able to get one of these through our distributors. So we got one coming, but this is actually a customer's gun that comes into the gun shop all the time, and we make custom holsters for them. So we do make holsters for these Shadows. Before we get to the end and people are asking, we do make holsters. So here's his holster that he'll be picking up with his gun. It's an inside the waist kydex holster. We have them in inside, outside the waist, all different options, all in our kydex holsters. So definitely check out the holsters for this. But like I said, this is a customer's gun. He was nice enough to allow us to shoot it while we're waiting on one to get here. And we actually used his pistol to do the 3D scans and engineering we needed in our engineering department to make the holsters for them. So now we got the molds and we're good to go from here on out. So back to the Shadow itself. The original Shadow was an amazing shooting gun. I just never shot it that much. I have one, but it's just a big gun. It is heavy. It was at 46 ounces. So it was just a big gun. And us being a holster manufacturer, we're more targeted into the concealed carry market. So we made a few holsters for it, but that was really a guys that were shooting 3 guns and stuff like that were shooting them some, but it was never just a super popular gun. And every time we went to the range, I just never found myself going to grab it. And it was nothing against the gun that it shot bad or anything. It was just so much bigger and outside of our arena of what we normally shoot and train with, being in the concealed carry market. So it never got a whole lot of use. However, this CZ Shadow 2 Compact, I think is going to be the complete opposite. It has a lot of features to it that I really like and I think are better. Overall, it's got a 4-inch barrel compared to the 4.89-inch barrel on the original Shadow 2. So it just makes it a way more compact gun. And I think it balances in your hand better with the 30-ounce weight compared to the 46-ounce weight. You know, that's substantial difference in weight and just the compact size. It just has a way better balance point to me. The ergonomics of it though feel a lot the same. You know, the Shadow 2 felt great in your hand. Had no complaints about that, and they transferred all that to this pistol, which I think is a great thing. The other thing I really like they did on the original Shadow, it only had a 1-slot rail on it. So you could use some lights or lasers, but you had very little versatility in that. So now they got a 3-slot rail on it. So now you can use a even more variety of lights and lasers, which I think is a great thing. The Shadow 2 Compact also comes optic ready, which optics are the new thing in the carry world and just in pistols all around. So that's great. The MSRP on this gun is $12.99, which after shooting it, and we'll put some clips of us shooting it here, after shooting it today, I think is really a value for what you're getting. It's a double single action, so if you're a fan of a double single action, the trigger's great. It's just an overall great shooting experience, but it's just different than a striker fired pistol, and that's not, I'm not saying that's good or bad, but it's just a different platform. So if you're comfortable with double single actions in this platform, you'll really like this Shadow 2. And I think you'll find that it just feels overall better in your hand. The accuracy on it, like I haven't done any side-by-side comparisons, but the way technology is going, I feel like, in my personal opinion, what took a 5-inch barrel 10 years ago to make accurate, they can do in a 3.5 and a 4-inch barrel now, or make it accurate enough that us as shooters, you know, a pistol's a hard thing to shoot, can make it shoot as well as what we can personally shoot it and even better. So I think a 4-inch barrel is more than adequate. What I found interesting at we're talking about the SHOT Show. I was at the SHOT Show and I made it a point, knowing that I was getting ready to do this video and things, to talk to multiple different sales reps and guys that were in the CZ booth there, just to get their perspective on the guns and different things, being that they're the ones that engineer it, they're the ones that make it, they're the ones that have the behind the scenes stuff to it. And what I really found fascinating is the first guy told me, he goes, well, you know, it's not really a competition gun, but it's not really a carry gun either. It's just kind of an in-between gun. And I kind of see what he's saying there, as it's, you know, it's not a micro compact gun, but it's not a 5-inch competition gun. The way he was saying it made it sound like he didn't expect people to carry this pistol. So I'm like, okay, well, that's weird. The next guy at the CZ booth, I waited a minute, came back around, so I got a different opinion. And I was asking him, I'm like, well, do you classify this as a carry pistol? He's like, well, some people are gonna carry it, but I don't really think that's what it's made for. So it's just kind of weird. And then the third guy said the same thing. So I don't know if it's just the double single action. I don't know what their rhyme or reason said. I asked them all specifically why they thought that, and they just said, oh, it's kind of an in-between gun, not really a carry gun, but not really a competition gun, just shooting experience gun. And I don't know, I'm kind of torn on that. To me personally, I'm not a fan of carrying double single actions a lot. It's just not my comfort zone and not what I train with all the time. So I'd rather carry a striker fire gun that I'm just super familiar with, just muscle memory, no questions asked about it. But if you're comfortable with the double single action and that's what you train with all the time, I see no reason why you wouldn't carry this pistol. But I just wanted to let you guys know what the CZ guys said, just because I found it weird. And the guys I'm talking to, just for clarification, aren't necessarily the engineers, but they're the spokesman sales people for CZ that are in the CZ booth at the SHOT Show. So I just thought that it was weird that they all said that, but just something to note. Nothing right, wrong, indifferent about it. Maybe it's just their personal opinion, but just something to note. The trigger on it is just as good as the Shadow 2 originally was. The only difference is the grip is a little bit shorter, which I find is perfectly adequate, because even without the mag bump in there, I can get a full purchase on the pistol and it just feels really good. It comes with 3 magazines, and the difference is these are 15-round magazines, whereas the Shadow 2, the full-size one, came with 17-round mags. I'm sure that you can use the 17-round mags in this. I haven't tried it, that's just my assumption. But just so you know, it ships with 15-round mags. So what I really see this pistol as, for me personally, like I said, I don't carry double single action pistols just because it's not what I train with. If I was to train with it all the time, I'd definitely carry it and not have a hiccup with it. But for me, this is a great in-between pistol, and it's one that I'll actually shoot more, being as it's more the size of what the guns I always shoot. You know, even on the full-size guns, I'm a Walther fan, Walther PDP, Glock 19, all those, this is the same size of all those, just a little bit heavier being the metal frame. So that would be the only hiccup for those considering carrying it. They're proficient with double single actions. You're just going to gain a little bit of weight difference, but you know, that kind of comes with the territory on a metal frame gun. As far as shootability and reliability out of it, we've shot about 250 rounds through it, no problems at all, which I wouldn't expect from CZ. I've had nothing but good luck with CZ, and so that's just kind of the normal for me, but we still like to test them. The overall shooting experience, so when I looked at the weight between them and felt this gun at 30 ounces, it's just a good feeling gun. The Shadow 2 to me just feels heavy at 46 ounces. It's just a total opposite of what you're used to if you're used to shooting, you know, concealed carry type guns that are in the 20 to 25, 30 ounce range. It's just a lot of gun. So I figured that this one would have more recoil impulse and stuff than that, but I don't know what the difference is or just how it balances. I don't find it to have any more recoil impulse than the full-size one does, so that's a great thing. So in my opinion, they've really done a home run with this pistol. They've put everything that was good about the full-size one into a compact package that's easier to handle, easier to control, easier to conceal if you so choose, but didn't lose the target acquisition and recoil impulse that these guns are really known for. So I think it's a great thing. overall, let me know what you guys think. If you got your hands on one of those, let me know what you think, or if this is a gun that you would carry or not. Like I said, we're making concealed carry holsters for it because people are concealed carrying it. It's just interesting what the CZ guys said. So if you're kind of more in this arena, is this a pistol that you would carry? Let me know in the comments section below. And like always, if you need any holsters, we have all the holsters, like we said. This is an inside the waist kydex holster for it. So it's got click in retention. It's optic ready from the get-go. This one has the claw on it, but you can go through all the options and see what we got at muddyrivertactical.com. And if you have any questions about this pistol or holsters or just concealed carry in general, definitely shoot us an email at support@muddyrivertactical.com or leave those comments below and we'll try to get to you as fast as possible. So I appreciate you guys joining me. If you need anything, let me know. And until next time, keep practicing and always be prepared.